Some women are simply born rich, confident, and naturally magnetic to their desires. Let's be clear, this podcast is not for them. However, if you're a soul-driven, visionary, or entrepreneurial woman who's been on a mission to learn how to create a better future bursting to come out of you, welcome to my world. I'm Jo Warwick, and this is Rich, Sexy, and Free. I've dedicated most of my career to helping women get to their core power and unlock the missing pieces for their own unique success. You may already know me as the author of The Big Book of Love. With 30 years experience in psychology, embodiment, manifesting, and energetics, we will be exploring together the keys to becoming rich, sexy, and free. So if this excites you, don't forget to like and subscribe on your favorite platform so you can stay up to date with the podcast. Hi, Jo Warwick here, and welcome to today's episode of Rich, Sexy, and Free. And it's one of those lovely, intimate sessions, just you and I. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see that I have a beautiful kitchen behind me, and the countryside is sort of slightly hidden by fog. Now, we are continuing the theme of New Year, New You, shifting from disempowerment to empowerment. But what I'm talking about today is all about dreams. And the dreams that you think you wanted, maybe where you are now, the dreams that you think you wanted, maybe you've got them, or maybe you've been striving for them, but realizing they don't actually fit you anymore. So why has this come to the forefront? Well, I'm currently house sitting and pet sitting and horse sitting here in Northamptonshire. And I've been here for a little while. I'm here for a little bit longer. If you don't know, I dedicated 20 years of my life to horses. I started as a kid. I went from ponies to horses. I trained. I learned how to train horses. I learned how to ride at a professional level. I trained with some of the best people in the world. And of course, that came to an end. And I always had in my heart this idea that I would return to horses. I would return to the lifestyle of having horses. And this was a really great way of me kind of putting that outfit on and seeing if it fitted. And if you don't know, in the last year, I've basically moved out of my property. I've rented everything out. I've let go of everything, let go of all my stuff to see what I want and where I want to be in this next era of my life. And of course, that's what we're really talking about. What era, what chapter are you moving into in 2025? Really thinking about who do you want to be now and what do you want to receive. So I went to try this on. And I was gung-ho and super excited. The people are lovely. The place is lovely. It's absolutely stunning. And the first day I felt like a kid. I felt so very excited. The smell of it, the feel of it. And yet very quickly, I also came up against contrast. Contrast is those things that you weren't expecting, the things that make you feel like, oh, this is wrong, this isn't right. And I had to move through a process because I had completely forgotten about how much energy and physical activity and time it dedicates to mucking out, taking care of, because the horses are here. So it's all about taking care of them, cleaning out their stables, rugging them up, feeding them, going to different places. That's not even including the working them, the riding them, the enjoyment part of it. And what it brought to the forefront for me is the bit that I've always enjoyed was, of course, the competing, the riding, the training, and the producing of horses. So the producing is exactly the same as coaching, that I would bring out the best in a horse, a high performance horse, exactly the same way that I bring out the best in a woman or a man to their high performance level. And that's because, I work with the mind, the energy, and the body in exactly the same way. And this was the biggest foundation of my training, probably long before I was a psychotherapist and long before the work that I did. I already was understanding about how you work with energy, how you work with the mind and the body. Of course, training, at that level at pro, you have to be really aware about where your mind is going, what you want to achieve. But for me at that time, I wasn't aligning my body in the same way. My nervous system wasn't right. It wasn't regulated. And so there was the mind disalignment and body disalignment and all those things. But it taught me the contrast of when it's going right and when it's not. So This experience has brought up a lot of things. It's brought up emotions of going, I thought I really wanted this. I thought I really wanted this, but I don't. And being able to say that. And that's what we're really diving into today for yourself. You fought hard for a dream. Maybe that's owning your own business. Maybe it's reaching 6 figures, 7 figures. Maybe it's just reaching 5 figures and feeling secure. Maybe it's getting married and having the babies. Maybe it's having that family. Maybe you are at a state where it looks like on the outside you have it all. And yet you don't feel like the winner. You don't feel like the winner. You don't feel like the champion lifestyle that you want. You're not living rich, sexy, and free. In fact, maybe you are drained, you are tired, you are exhausted, you're missing the point, you're missing the day, you're chasing, chasing, chasing. It's just become a job. And that's because you've landed into a dream, an idea that you have manifested, created, and realized it doesn't fit you anymore. Maybe it fitted you to get from where you were. It was a vision you wanted to get out of something, to get into something better. But you are allowed to change your dream. And that's what this is about. This is why I'm in my travels and adventures, but I really like doing house sitting and things like that because it's a great way of putting on different outfits and seeing if they fit. Is it what I want moving forward? Being in this house at the moment, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful big farmhouse. It's super warm. I'm surrounded by animals. And yet it's too much. It's too big. It's not right for me. It's not the right fit. That bit I can work with. Lots of loveliness here. But the biggest thing is this energy of mucking out and taking care of the horses. Now, of course, I was out of practice and it gets easier, absolutely. But for me, the alignment, the body wisdom is recognizing that it's 80% hard work for 20% return, which isn't how I see my life. Being a rich, sexy, and free woman is about 80% return for 20% effort because the 20% that you're doing is aligned with the universe. It's aligned in your mind, your body, and energy. And it's not the idea that it's a comfort zone. We're not talking about it being just easy and it's a comfort zone and I don't have to stretch myself. Absolutely not. It's about being aligned with your passion, your full turned on energy, your power, your desire, your dream that you're manifesting, creating, building and still being fully present, and therefore you get a rich life. So you're vibrant with that sexiness. You're in lust for life, but you're in lust for yourself as well, and you get that freedom. And so that takes an 80-20 flip is different to doing 80% work for 20% return. That is a very poor profit level. So seeing this, the only way I would want to have horses in my life in the future is if somebody else does all the work and I just do the riding. But then I thought about that and I thought, no, I don't want that either. It's lovely. It's nice to dip my toe in occasionally. I still enjoy the production part and the working them. I don't like being smelly anymore. When I imagined a life where I had horses again, I was reminded to think just how much it took up of my life and how little I had of anything else. Just thinking for yourself, the dream that you dreamed is what you're living now. It was a dream. You're living it now. You've created it. Does it need fine tuning? Are you being present to it? Does it need updating? Those are the three things to think about where you are now. Fine tuning means that you're not really in charge of it and it's kind of running away from you, that you're not really enjoying it, you're not present, you're not being there, that it's become a job and you're not really getting the juiciness out of it. It's like having an orange but not squeezing it. So are you able to fine tune it, chop out the bitter parts of the orange that you don't want to use, and can you use the juicy parts? That's about that fine tuning and efficiency. Or is it time to really tap into your vision and dream of what you want in the future? So that's a real thought for today when you think about the new you, new chapter, new era. And with that in mind, as I've been in this process, I've had a very big deep dive. And that when that happens with the full moon, it's because I'm birthing something new. And I woke up last night very clearly about what I want to be doing and running in February. So I'm going to be running a 10-day challenge, a 2025 reset. So everything that we've talked about you know that it's about saying yes, and it's leaning into more space, into more freedom, more faith, and that abundant overflow in your life. It's about that turning up the dial, opening yourself up, streamlining your day to joy. So if you are here to fine tune and you want to have that, that's going to help you. It's about shifting your mindset, your body, and your energy to align with limitless freedom. Because if you're not fully enjoying the dream that you've created, or the dream has become limited, then it's time to expand it. It's also about reclaiming your time. Time has got to be your friend. This is a big part of being rich, sexy, and free. It's time is your friend. It's not something that has control over you. You are in control of your time, and it becomes your superpower. Being present becomes your superpower. And we want to celebrate. We really want to celebrate. So I know that if you attend, there is going to be a big shift about your opulent thinking. That means shifting into an opulent mindset. Okay. That means also regulating your nervous system, because if your dream is limited, if you're holding yourself back, it's because you have a nervous system that doesn't believe it's okay to have all of it, have it being good and juicy. So you're going to get stuck in this sort of struggle and chasing limitation and job mentality. It's not opulent, it's not abundant, it's not overflow, it's not spacious, it's not limitless. Can you feel the difference? We want to get super clear, crystal clear about your real values. Often women can be driving from a different value. They might be valuing struggle to give it worth instead of freedom. Instead of thinking about peace and calm and expansion and excitement, they actually working from a different value model of providing, protection, defending, all of those things. We want to move into that delight of your life and becoming more present to the richness so that you feel energized and open. This is a real shift of taking charge and opening up for expansion. Sound juicy? This is what I call a winner lifestyle. It's a champion lifestyle. We want to go you through that. And on these 10 days, you will be guided through a step by step. It's based on 30 years of experience, wisdom, living it, doing it, working with people all over the world. This is a model that works, but it combines everything from psychological trainings, energy alignment, quantum shifting, journal prompts, practical tools, manifesting stuff, Q&As, all of that juicy good stuff. It doesn't matter. It's all being in a container. But you're a busy woman, so I want you to know that it's going to be bite-sized. I'm really excited about it. It feels so good. It's going to be starting on February the 3rd. So there's a chance to get an early bird ticket and sign up. If you want to make this shift and you want an opportunity to experience a micro program and how I work with my clients and get some of the results that my clients get, this is going to be an amazing opportunity for you. So we've got over the January hump. We're going into that new year, new you. We're really setting an intention for change and experience and results. Results on the inside, results on the outside. The one thing I can guarantee with anything with my work is you make a big shift and the outcomes and results unfold and unfold and unfold and compound interest. That's the way it works. So if that sounds exciting, if that sounds interesting, of course, as ever, head to richsexyandfree.com. Of course, reach out to me at richsexyandfree on Instagram, LinkedIn, or on Facebook. So that question for today is really thinking about the dream that you're living now. Is it a dream that fits? Is it right for you? Are you living an 80-20 rule where you're actually doing 80% work and 20% return? Or have you been able to flip it? Or do you want to flip it? Are you needing to refine your dream or reset a new dream for where you want to be and how you want to be living daily? Because there's one thing about chasing big dreams and ideals that you think, if I get this amount of money or if I get that amount of money. But the truth is, when you're in chase mode, you are in struggle mode and you're in limitation mode, which means you're missing life. You're missing time and space and freedom. And that's the biggest thing about saying yes and leaning in and living a rich, sexy, and free life. So if you want to reset and you want to have a spacious existence where you, above all, can breathe, yes, get results, but you get joy and delight. And you get to breathe and your nervous system feels good and you feel confident and you feel sexy and alive because of all of that, you're going to be in the right space. So I'll be really excited to have you there.
It's been great to connect with you today. If you want to find out more about how I can help you personally, just simply go ahead and visit richsexyandfree.com. And I look forward to seeing you next week on the podcast.